So I've got another brand new bank switching deal to share with you. This is from First Direct. It's worth 175 quid and it's due to end in April. So I'll take you through everything you need to know about getting that cash. It's a little bit more difficult than previous iterations, plus a little trick to get more on top of that when you apply, and potentially once you've got that account, even more on top of that. But let's first of all let you know, over on becleverwithyourcash.com, which is my website, there is a full written analysis of this. So everything I've spoken about, I'm going to be talking about right now, you can go over there and read that afterwards for more information. So what is the deal? As I said, it is worth £175. Now, importantly, this is not open to existing customers. It's only open to new customers. And as I'll get to in a minute, some previous customers will also be excluded. So in order to get this, again, it is slightly more complicated, not hugely complicated compared to the recent HSBC offer, but more complicated than previous First Direct deals. This one does require you to have 2 direct debits or standing orders in the old bank account that you switch over from. Now, it doesn't say they have to be active, which again, that term, if you regularly catch my updates on the switching deals, is open to interpretation. What does that actually mean? Normally when it says active, I take that to mean the money has been paid out of that setup direct debit or standing order. Doesn't say at this time, but this is one of the rare ones where you can do a standing order instead of a direct debit, and switching over a standing order is far, far easier to set up because all a standing order is you in your banking app, on the old banking app, saying, I want to set up a standing order to move my money from this bank to another account of yours. Could be another current account, could be a savings account, could be a partner's account. It could be for £1 if you want. Doesn't matter how much it is. Set that up, really easy. And you can do that to go out almost straight away. So that's not going to be a problem. Just need to remember to do it on the old account, not on the new First Direct account. It has to be done before you switch over. Now, this is also the same as before, was paying £1,000 into the new First Direct account. This has been shortened from the first 3 months to the first 30 days after opening the account. But this does not need to be in one lump sum. It can be smaller amounts of cash. Now, this has to stay in there overnight. So let's say you put £500 in. As long as it stayed in overnight, you can take that £500 out. And if you want to, pay it straight back in, leave it overnight, take it out. And that's your 2,000. So it's your 2 lots of £500. That's your £1,000 that's been paid in. That criteria has been met as long as you do it within 30 days of opening the account. So then, assuming you've got those 2 direct debits or standing orders and set up on the old account, and on the new account you've paid in money, you then need to switch over from the old account to the new First Direct account, again within that 30 days, and that will require the old current account to be closed. That has to be at a different bank. Now, as we'll talk about in a second, you can't get this off if you already have a First Direct account, so you can't switch First Direct to First Direct anyway. But often these are the questions you guys ask. So what are the exclusions? Now, you cannot have or have ever had a First Direct product. That's what the wording says, product. So it isn't just about a current account. If you've had a savings account with them or mortgage with them, any of these kind of things, that effectively could rule you out as well. Now, maybe you can go in and check with them about that, but that's what the terms and conditions say. The other condition, and this is because First Direct is part of HSBC, is you cannot have opened an HSBC account since the 1st of January 2018. Now, this has been dropped back. This was 2020, so it's dropped back to 2018. So a big cutback there, ruling out more people. A sign we're seeing from many banks trying to tighten up that criteria. This is about opening the account. Now, if you did open an HSBC account before the 1st of January 2018, you might still have it, but as long as it's open beforehand, then you will be able to take advantage of this. And it is limited to just once per person, so you can't do this multiple times. The payment is paid the 20th of the following month after meeting the criteria. Now, in order to do all those things, including the switch, you're not going to get that done before the end of March. And basically means you're doing this in April. As long as you do complete it all in April, then you'll get that payment by the 20th of May. If you start this process near the end of April, then obviously that could mean that criteria might not be complete until May, which means you might not get the money till June. You have to keep the account open until you receive that payment. Once you've got that cash, if you don't want to keep First Direct anymore, you can close it down or keep it as a dummy account for switching for another offer at a different bank. Now, the last time for you to be able to start this, which is opening the account and starting that switch process, is the 22nd of April 2024. As long as you've opened the account and said, I want to switch over, and that switch again within 30 days, you'll be absolutely fine to take advantage of this. You don't have to complete it all by the 22nd. You just need to open it and start that switch. So that's the deal. I said there were some ways to improve this, didn't I? Well, one of them is to apply in the first instance via Top Cashback. This is a cashback site. Previously, this offer has been on Quidco. It's not on Quidco right now. It is on First Direct. That could change. So if you're watching this, listening to this, and you go and find it's not on Top Cashback, do check Quidco as well. But the time we're recording it, you can get £36.75 cashback for opening the account via Top Cashback. Now, incidentally, if you haven't already joined up to Top Cashback, don't forget there are a number of welcome deals for your first purchase. That first purchase will not include this First Direct transaction, but if there's something else you want to buy from any retailer, from like ASOS to broadband with Virgin Media, then you can do that and get that bonus. You can be clever with your cash.com. You'll find a list of all the top cashback ones that are running at the moment. So that's the first thing. So if you do just this and the switching deal, then you're looking at well over 200 quid there, which is a nice little bonus. Makes it better in some ways than some of the others that are running if you combine the two. The other thing to bear in mind here is once you have that First Direct account, their first account, if you do want to keep hold of it for a while, don't have to use it for everything, but if you want to keep hold of it for a year, then you should definitely consider the regular saver that comes with the account. This company pays 7% interest, which is fixed for a year. We are anticipating that the base rate of interest set by the Bank of England is going to drop during this year at some point. And that means that when that happens, it's likely that these high-paying regular savers, the rates of interest they offer will also fall. So if you get this one, it's fixed. You lock in now. That means you would definitely, for 12 months, get that 7% rate. Now, where people get a little bit confused is you can only pay in a certain amount every single month. With this one, the maximum, I think, is £300. So yes, by the end of a year, in 12 months' time, that's £3,600 in the account. And some people think, oh, 7% on 3,600, that's the interest rate. No, it's not that. It's how much you get 7% on the money for the duration. So for the first £300 you put in, that will be there for 12 months. You will get 7% AER on that £300 for the whole year. The next month you add £300. You don't have to put the maximum 300 in there, but you can put a lower amount in. That will get 7%, but only for 11 out of the 12 months. So it'll be slightly less, and continuously as you go on until that last month, that last £300 or whatever it is you put in, will get 7%, but just for 1 month. Remember that 7% is annual equivalent rate if it was there for a full 12 months. But it's still, while the money is in the account for that individual £300 every single month, that is still pretty much an unbeatable rate right now. So I would definitely consider, if you're doing this, if you're opening the account, you're getting the switch in cash, and you've got money you can save every month, new money, it is locked away, you can't access it until it matures in 12 months, then that is an unbeatable extra to do, and just keep the account going. Nothing you need to do for that account itself. No money needs to go in. Those direct debits and standing orders don't have to keep paying out. You can stop all of those. Just have it there, just ensuring the money goes in to that regular saver, and you will be sorted. Now, very quickly, recording this one at the end of March, on the 26th of March. On the 28th of March, the Lloyds offer is going to end. It's £175. I've got more details on that one. You can check that if you want to, but it's your last chance to apply for that. That's the Club Lloyds account, which, as well as a switching bonus, you get a free year of Disney Plus with ads or 6 cinema tickets. And there is a 6.25% paying fixed regular saver, which I also think is worth considering. So that's one to go for, probably for First Direct if you're choosing between the two. And on Tuesday, the 2nd of April, the NatWest, RBS and Ulster £200 offers, they are all going to close as well. Now, technically, you are only limited to one of those. You can't get all three of them, although sometimes people have been able to get more than one, but they will all be closing on the 2nd of April. My name's Andy Webb. Head to becleverwithyourcash.com/banks for all the top switching deals, and check out these videos here for more ways to make the most from your bank.